Have you bought into the tallow, the tallow hype lately, right? I mean, ever since I think Jeremy Yoder brought it out, uh, I think a lot of people have been watching it. I mean, I've been using it. I think it makes
Yeah.
the brisket look nicer after it's, when you're wrapping it up and whatever. But I don't know if it really does anything, right? To me, I'm not saying it makes it look nice. That's it.
Sure, yeah. It's funny that you say that because that's really the reason why how Jerry and I became friends is because of our fake YouTube drama about using tallow or not using tallow. But
Right.
yeah, shout out to Jeremy. Like a lot of barbecue places still use it. I just personally don't use it because I don't think it's that necessary. It's not that it's not good. It's just not what I'm looking for. I'd rather have a brisket that has a little more texture on the outside. Like you work so hard to build texture on the exterior. When you're talking about bark, we're looking for kind of like a dried out surface where the meat or the fat like combines with the seasoning. And you still kind of get that, but when you put so much tallow on top of it, you kind of dilute the effects of that. And I think that also when people do that, they don't take into account that when you add more fat to your cook, even if it's at the very end, you have to have more seasoning to kind of balance that out. And so I feel like there are a lot of times where I've heard people say like that they've gone through all these different things. They trimmed it right, they seasoned it, they put mustard on it, they did salt, pepper, and Lowry's, and then they did foil tips, they spritz it, blah, 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 blah. And then they say they wrap their thing in tallow, and then they put tallow on top of it again. Like they do everything that, kind of checks the box. But then they always say that it's like, it doesn't taste as like smoky or it doesn't taste as seasoned as I want it to. I personally think it has to do with the fact that when you add that extra fat, you have to have extra seasoning to it to kind of balance it out.
For sure, yeah, because we work so hard on these cooks, right? We're smoking for hours, and then the bark is finally set, and we're putting that tallow. Like I said, I've done it, and I think that's probably why I feel like sometimes my the flavor's gone.